that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Sure you are, fishing buddy. All right. A little more energy this afternoon than I had this fucking morning. I'm sitting there. This is one of those moments where I could really use fucking Keith to help me. No, he's not here. So I got to try to talk all morning. And I'm usually in a foul mood in the mornings to begin with. So, by the way, you will notice that there's a little thing going on up here in the corner. And if you use that, it will take you to our Facebook group page. Very popular page right now. It's growing and growing. And it's the only thing I could seem to add. That one in Mephisto. If you look at that one and use that one, that takes you to Mephisto's YouTube channel. And that's all we were at. They say you can add more. I looked at it, says so. Went to add something else, and it said, no, we're not going to add that one. No, you can go fuck yourself. Thanks, StreamYard.
We're probably not paying them enough.
Paying them compliments?
No, we never do that. They suck too much. They don't deserve compliments.
By the way, John, do you know how you can tell if Keith is here?
How?
It's so mean, Gary.
Because I have like so many years of him on the show, one of the live shows, and I'm watching him fall asleep, and then like I can hear him snoring, and I just mute him. He's gonna get some rest. Hello, Snorty.
Hey, Snorty.
It's all here. Let's go look at your list. We got Gambit is here, Snorty, Bobby Blankenship. Are you any relationship to Kevin Blankenship? And then Real Popcorn Geek, Comic Relief Crusader. That's our good buddy Mike.
Yeah, Mike, why are you not on the show?
Yeah, why aren't you on the show too? Why are you giving us old news like it's new news in our chat? Because he was the one that shared with us that the actor that played Admiral Piet died, and he died like months ago.
End of June.
And Penny is here. I got a friend. Nope, that's not. That is not Kevin. So I don't know. Hi, Bobby. What's up, man? Glad you're here. I just got done watching the Vince Price feature Diary of a Madman for the first time. I liked it. Hey guys, can't wait for the talk about the sequel to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And I do consider it the lesser of the two. It's still fun. I have enjoyed the crap out of it. You got some great kaiju action in this, but they really cut the human story out. And like an hour's worth of, at least an hour's worth of scenes were cut out of the movie.
But they had to. People were bitching.
I know. Well, the studio execs were bitching too. And so all these scenes that had setups and stuff got nothing. They set them up, and all they cared about was pushing the kaiju forward to where they needed to go, to get where they needed to get to. One thing that threw me, John, with this film was when I saw the trailers, I just assumed that the destructive Godzilla attacks were Mecha Godzilla. And they even show his eyes glowing in a way they never showed before. So when I saw that, I just assumed, oh, well, that's Mecha Godzilla. No. But Mecha Godzilla isn't even in the movie until the third act. And that just didn't, that bugged me.
Well, the scene in which you see
is last half a second, and is Mechagodzilla stomping over the people, but you cannot see his body. You just see the thing and the red eye. And I remember how the people on Clownfish TV, in their channel was where I heard for the first time the notion that must be Mechagodzilla instead of Godzilla. Okay. And they were right.
I just thought structurally they were going to follow that storyline where Mechagodzilla had fake skin. And as he fought, it got destroyed off of him to reveal that he was not Godzilla at all. And he'd been framing Godzilla. And I thought that was where we're going to go. That was the one with the aliens. Remember that one, John?
Yeah.
And that was Showa era.
Yeah.
That was the one that came out in 73, I think, wasn't it? And I loved that premise. And then they remade it later with the aliens again, being in control of Mechagodzilla. In the 62 movie King Kong versus Godzilla, there was a bit of Frankenstein moment where lightning empowers King Kong. Yeah, that was fucking weird. I laughed when he climbed the Eiffel, that version of the Eiffel Tower they have in Tokyo. And I think is it Kyoto or Tokyo where that is?
Tokyo.
Tokyo, okay.
It's the Tokyo Tower.
Tokyo Tower.
Yeah, CJ Prime was with me on that structurally and story-wise, that's the better of the Mechagodzilla stories, in my opinion, personally. I preferred the aliens being in control and the makers of Mechagodzilla, and that in this one, this other agency that's working were having Godzilla attack in order to frame Godzilla and make way for Mechagodzilla for the big reveal as the true hero, but ends up being the villain by the end. Yes.
By the way, hi, Mike.
The decisions that were made can once again be tied to the fact that they've hired a horror director to direct a monster movie, a kaiju movie. Because this is the guy that did the remake of Blair Witch. He did Death Note, Autoerotic.
Oh, which version? The live action one for Netflix?
Yeah.
I hated that one. I also hated the reboot of Blair Witch. In fact, I hated Blair Witch 2. In fact, any version of Blair Witch outside of the original, I did not like. So
they did a remake?
That doesn't bode well for this guy.
No, not really. That's
they did 2016 was the remake for Blair Witch.
Yeah, and it flopped as I recall, didn't it?
Yeah.
Just there's some classic stuff, and I like it when the newer films kind of throw nods to those things, and it's just so awesome. I might, if you go back and watch the original King Kong versus Godzilla, it's so fucking bad. The bringing them in by the balloons is just, good God.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
Blinky eyes is out of sync, blinky eyes. And you can always tell when they switch from the Godzilla suit guy and the Kong suit guy to the puppet heads. I mean, it's obvious hand puppets. It's just like, I still love those fucking movies. I will watch them all day long. They're so much fucking fun. But good God, the whole Kong thing in the original was so fucking goofy, but at the same time, it rejuvenated the property for Universal, which is why they gave Toho the rights to it, to use it, because they saw the potential of revitalizing Kong for them, the intellectual property, and making him some money. And it did, it worked. It was a legacy sequel, actually. Blair Witch, the main character, is the younger brother of the lead female character from the original. Yeah, it's something I just skipped. I saw the trailer for it and went, I'm not going to get into this. I enjoyed watching the original film when it came out because I knew that they shot that on $10,000, that they paid for the cameras, and then these fucking dudes, man, They shot their fucking movie on those cameras and then took them back to Best Buy and got their money back. Returned them. Yeah. That's like zero,
sure, of course,
other than the recording material. That's all they paid for. That, and of course, food on the set. Out there in the woods. The Blair White Project is fake as fuck.
I think
I don't even know what
it's
that
the
is.
Blair Witch.
Oh yeah, Gambit's getting fucked over by autocorrect again. Yeah, but I went to see that and I had fun watching that movie. Like, I was not in that fucking group of people who went, oh my God, that's true. What happened there? It's like, no, it was based on the Burkittsville stuff from the famous witch thing that was there. And I know all the stories they used to build this up. But the events of the film are completely fictitious. And they put out that Sci-Fi Channel special, acting like it was like a real situation. I'm like, yeah, yank my left leg. It plays Jingle Bells. Never fell for it. But I had so many friends that
I
did,
remember.
And go ahead.
I remember seeing the original cut before it went into theaters, because there was a scene in there where they were hanging out like in a motel before they went into the woods that I never saw in the theatrical cut. So a buddy of mine in college actually downloaded it before it went to theaters. So I do remember that bit.
Yeah, it came out right around that time where those of us that are, true internet guys fucking could download these movies. And I would find these things. And mostly all I did, and I don't know about you, John, back in the 90s going into the 2000s, all I wanted was Japanese horror. I would, I got Ringo, all that fucking shit, man. And fucking love those movies. I'm sitting there watching Ringo one day, and Zoe walked up behind me, and I had my headset on, and she fucking touched me, man. I fucking jumped. Ringo creeped me the fuck out, man. That was a good movie. Yeah, BitTorrent, shit like that. I was absolutely, I've been a torrent guy for a long time. And I worked in the IT department, but I was not an IT employee. I was a design employee. But for some reason, the IT people liked me and adopted me into their group, and I'd go to their lunches and shit. It was fun. That was a weird group of people, though, let me tell you. IT people, is anybody watching right now that's IT? You guys are awesome, but you're really fucking weird.
Thank you.
That's right, you're IT. And it was a lot of fun hanging out with those guys. And they were the ones who turned me on to get to torrents. And I'm like, really? So what you do is you get like this little thing that has a link inside of it, and you download that, and then you open the torrent up, and then you download the whole movie from another source. I'm like, this sounds awesome. And they immediately went, but you got to be careful. So I always make sure that I have the best security on my computer that you can get. And another IT buddy of mine is the one who set my computer up for security. You don't know him, but I wish you did. Sean McComb, John. He's the guy I went with to have dinner. And that leads me back to what I was going to say right before I let Michael move ahead. Was we went to see that movie Blair Witch, and my buddy Kenny, who's just kind of he's a hippie, but he's not a gross one, but he's just sort of a long-haired hippie, likes his peace, love, and all that shit, and he was a big weed guy, and we went to see the movie, and he was one in our group that went to see it, and he could not understand at the end of that movie, why was he in the corner? And so Stuart and I explained it to him. And he lost his fucking mind in the parking lot. He went, what? That's what that meant? And he started jumping up and down and like grabbing his head like, oh my God. And he said, when you guys told me that, man, it fucked with me so bad why he was standing there in the corner when she gets attacked. And I'm like, yeah, they always leave a witness standing in the corner. creepy as shit. The movie was creepy. But I didn't think it was scary. It was creepy. And there was this pregnant lady. When we went to see the movie, she was about 4 seats down from me, 1 seat down from Stuart. And she's pregnant, and all that camera movement got her sick. And right there, projectile vomited from her seat. And Stuart jumped up and moved away from her because it was spraying. It was spraying. That was funny as shit. And Stuart's like, "Hey man, someone needs to get some paper towels or something for her." And I went, "You're the one closest to the end." Goes, "Oh man, fuck you guys."
That backfired.
Yeah, well, he's closer to the end. And it's like, there you go. It's you. Tag, you're it. It says palm trees are actually a grass, not a tree. That's weird, yeah. I love Japanese horror. Me too, CJ. Big fan of Japanese horror. I've only seen bits of the Japanese Grudge. I've seen it. I liked it a lot. I watch way more Japanese stuff than American now. Mine's a mix because I still like a lot of Japanese cinema. And I went back and found a Japanese horror film from the 60s that when you watch that movie, man, it's about a fungus. They go to this island and they have to make a choice. And the choice they make is to go ahead and eat the fungus to stay alive. And
I know which one you're talking about.
The fungus takes them over. Yeah, the ending of that movie gets in your head.
Yeah.
That you think he's the survivor.
The turn green and shit like that.
He's there to spread it to the rest of Japan. That ending
exactly.
was like,
God, I love that
fuck. Movie. Oh man, dark fucking movie. But they stop him. They catch him. And I think they kill him at the end. I haven't seen it in a while, but boy, oh boy, that movie. One of the hey, fucking read me say. One of the classic Japanese movies I've seen is Rashomon. Yeah. It is such a bizarre fucking movie because in order to enjoy that fucking movie, it's a samurai film, okay? By Akira Kurosawa with Toshiro Mifune in his first leading role. And goddamn, man, if you don't go into it accepting the fact that supernatural exists, you will not enjoy that movie. You have to accept the fact that the other witness to this crime was the victim. And this woman comes there who is a soothsayer, whatever you want to call her, and she can commune with the dead. And so she brings the dead there as a witness to his own crime. And so you get all these multiple perspectives of the crime and what happened. And it's a great fucking movie. It really is. They remade it here in America. Edward G. Robinson is in it. William Shatner is in it. He's the guy at the train station. If nobody has ever recognized it, that's William Shatner in one of his earliest roles. See, Gambit says Americans tend to copy every cinematic property there is from Europe, Sweden, France, Germany, Norway, and especially Japan. Yeah. Sam Peckinpah, one of the greatest action directors of his time, he introduced the United States to slow motion action, and that came from Japan. The Japanese were the first to do that. And in fact, he made a career of doing that slow motion action. One of my favorites with him was in the movie Cross of Iron, where he shows a guy get hit with shrapnel in slow motion. The guy's like running, and then the explosion happens, and he spins, and you see a chunk of shrapnel go flying out of him towards the camera, and blood spraying. It's fucking cool, man. So we learn about this little girl, and that there have been people there on the island working with Kong since the 1973 story.
It's actually a big dome, like Truman Show.
Yeah.
It's
And
so
he's
cool
older.
when he takes that tree and shoots it into the sky and you see it break.
I love how he is older and he's got that beard now. Because when we first met him, he was actually technically probably kind of a juvenile, kind of a teenager. And sort of like the other soldiers, 18, 19, 20 years old. And so in this film now, it's 45 years later, and he's full-grown fucking Charlton Heston ape man. Yeah, here we go with the spear. And I love the little girl.
She's adorable.
Meh.
And she manages
Yeah,
to keep it
Rashomon
a
is a
secret
good film.
because he wants it to be a secret. I love that. And she's not even telling her mom that she's communicating with him. Kids are usually
Right.
bad at keeping secrets.
Because she points it out later, too, the mother, that she would notice sometimes when they were signing, he was watching them. And she suspected he might understand some of what they're saying. She suspected it, but had no idea that he could speak fluent sign language.
Well, she was trying to find ways to communicate with him. This is why she's a bit irritated with her daughter. Why didn't you tell me he can sign? She says he didn't want to.
Yeah, that's the other thing that bugs me is sometimes he just kicks some characters to the curb. And I wish she was coming back to watch her grow up in this world. It's kind of cool. And of course, there's that cave art.
Well, I think
they've
there's
fought before.
I think there's a bit of a time jump between the New Empire and Supernova.
Like, how much of a time jump do you think it is?
Oh, probably 10, 15 years.
Mm.
From what I understand, I can't guarantee that's 100% accurate, but that's just, what I've heard coming out of people that are talking about it.
Yeah. I don't remember. Did he start scratching his ass, Enema? I don't remember that.
Yep.
Yep.
It is?
He gets
Okay.
up, scratches his ass, yeah.
Yeah, I did not remember that.
They
I love... What's that?
I'll say they put a lot of natural movements in the motion capture for Kong, the actor that did it.
And what's really cool now is once we get through the next film, honey, all that's left for you to watch is Monarch, the series. And I think you'll enjoy it.
I mean, I didn't think I would enjoy these movies that much, but I got so hooked that we binge watched all three of them. Yesterday's, today's, and the one for Monday.
Like, fuck it. It's midnight. Put it in.
midnight, and we had one more movie to go, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, put it on.
Oops,
I want to continue this.
I use phrasing. Put it in.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment that.
Well, you'll be surprised to know that Alfred Hitchcock pioneered the slow motion technique when he was editing Strangers on the Train 51. But it wasn't prevalent in action films, and that's what I'm talking about. They didn't use it in action films until later. I mean, he pioneered a lot of stuff. He was the one who brought up the what do you call it? The ceiling shot. And he came up with this idea based off of a film he saw years before, because he wanted the audience to feel off balance with Dial M for Murder. and he felt that it was important that the audience should be off balance in certain scenes, so he shot them from the ceiling down, unnatural angles, and so yeah, it's not surprised about that. But when it comes to action films, it was Sam Peckinpah who brought it to the United States for slow motion action. He was the first American director to do it. So what is this? I don't think it's true with the time jump.
Yeah, I was checking
It's not
that
a big
too.
one. Dan Stevens, who was in the last one, will be in Supernova. They keep changing human characters. It's to a point. Oh, who cares? Yeah, that's why it's important to have characters be brought over, and it's annoying that they keep doing that.
Well, I mean, the guy can still be in the movie and have a 10-year tie jump.
I think he's the only one who's still in the movie.
Yeah.
That's sad. Yeah, the Wild Bunch was just cutting edge what he did. Some people refer to it as gore porn, but it set a standard. In a scene where a dog licks one of Farley Granger's fingers. What are we talking about there, Gambit? Let's see. You'll be surprised to know that Alfred pioneered the slow motion train, and the technique occurs in a scene where a dog licks one of Farley Granger's fingers. Huh. Well, they were using slow motion a lot for like miniatures, and the way they were doing it is they were filming faster so that the miniatures would look bigger, played back at normal speed. Yeah, this guy is like just a gigantic fuck up. And of course, there's one of the eyes.
Yep.
But when I saw this scene and Godzilla's eyes glow, I just assumed that was Mecha Godzilla. So I was really confused by this movie a couple times. A lot of Akira Kurosawa's films were adapted into westerns, and sometimes without giving him proper credit or paying him.
Yeah.
But I think The Magnificent Seven is probably one of the best adaptations, as is Fistful of Dollars. So I'm glad they brought her back through, but I guess she's done too with the franchise, her and her dad. Was she? I can't even remember. Was Millie Bobby Brown in Godzilla X Kong?
Yep.
Yep.
So that'll be the last film with her then. They cut a bunch of scenes out with him because there's a setup for a subplot that they cut out of the film.
The little girl is in Godzilla X Kong too.
She is? Yeah.
Yeah, she is. I just went on her IMDb. She did 4 movies. And she comes from a deaf family for generations. So starting as a little kid, she started in commercials because she's fluent in American Sign
Oh, so she's not acting. She's actually deaf. Yes, I'm being a smartass.
She has an episode in Magnum PI.
That's the new one. And it's not
Yeah,
good.
that's the
It's
new
a
one.
terrible show.
I just clicked on it. It's the new one.
Yeah, Francis Ford's yes, I remember that, Gambit. Yeah, good callback. Steal from the best. Well, Alfred Hitchcock said it. You know, he said there's nothing new under the sun. We haven't seen an original story since the Bible was written. You know, what's important isn't to tell an original story because there is no such thing. What's important is to tell a story in an original way. Be original in how you tell it. Yeah, this is where we start really delving into the Hollow Earth thing that they bring into this. And boy, oh boy, that's pretty much one of the main things in Monarch, the TV series, right? Is the Hollow Earth thing.
It's so cool. Like the moment when
Because
Kong
that
realizes
clip-
he can jump up and then it's not the ceiling, it becomes the ground. That is so cool.
Yep. Once you pass through that field of rock, you now turn upside, you know, he turns upside down and lands right on his feet. That's fucking cool, dude. And we see a lot of action in the next film in that universe. With what's his name? Scar? That's his name, right, John?
Scar King.
Yeah, Scar King. Which looks like he's an orangutan that made it with a chimpanzee. Because his body and face is not orangutan, but his fur coat is.
I wonder if that would work biologically.
I don't know. They're both in the great ape family, so I don't know. I love their little spinners in this, because that's kind of what they are. They're spinners from Blade Runner. Yep. That's very true. Yeah, it's very true. Now, what'd be funny is if somebody's playing Donkey Kong in this universe. That would crack me up. Well, it would make me chuckle. I do that and then go on. Stop laughing. I also like the fact, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I said something the last time, John, that I actually like the fact that they, instead of saying kaiju, they say titan.
Well, it's one of those little things. I mean, I don't
Well, it's
care
kind of
one
a
way or the other.
throwback to mythology, saying titans.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. What's this? Lord, New Empire, and the prettiest looking kaiju I've ever seen.
Godzilla's new purple breath weapon.
With that.
Purple. Oh, the next
I
one.
really hate when they bring purple into these movies, because that just screams like something weird to me.
Yeah,
I used to like that color until it got abused by a certain group.
For me, the prettiest kaiju is Mothra. She's gorgeous.
In that one, I would say, how Walt Disney of them. Yeah, Last Man Standing is another remake. Absolutely. I like the film. I mean, it's not as good as the Western, but I thought it was pretty damn good. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Also, a friend of mine, William Sanderson, is in it. What are we talking about here? I'm not recognizing who he's talking about.
That's how do you say it? Shiminu.
It's a kaiju that is going to appear in the third one that has the power to freeze things.
Shimo.
Okay.
No, it's the one that's in new. It's the one that's chained up that generates the ice. That's the
Yeah.
opposite of Godzilla. That's who they're talking about.
Well, I haven't seen that one yet.
Shimo.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
What, Godzilla X Kong? The new
Oh.
Empire?
Oh, I didn't know that was the second name. I just knew it as Godzilla X Kong. So New Empire. So yeah, then I know. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm going to be watching it again with Anima this weekend.
Well, we have to if we're doing the show on Wednesday.
I know.
It's not like you have a choice. That's what I'm saying.
This girl's so adorable. And I also liked the fact with Mechagodzilla is kind of a throwback to another kaiju film that I don't think gets enough love is Pacific Rim.
Directed
I
by
like that
Guillermo del
film.
Toro. And Del Toro has expressed interest, and same thing with Legendaries agreed that it's something that they can explore.
Crossover?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot's been said since the initial comments, but both parties seem to be willing.
So when you approach Kong, you need to take those fucking glasses off, bitch. Don't be walking up not showing your eyes. He needs to see what you're looking at. This bitch, the minute she said that, I run point for Apex. I'm not going to like her. I hope she dies. And we got our wish. At least I did. And what hole is that, Gambit? Yeah, I never watched part 2, CJ. I didn't like what they did with it, and Del Toro wasn't part of it. So I was out. I felt like it was just a quick cash grab. And I'm like, no. You need somebody that fucking gives a shit about the kaiju and doing a proper film. Which, speaking of that, I'm super stoked to see Frankenstein. I am. I heard some of the effects aren't so great because some people got to see it, but I think that there's a good possibility they saw a version where the effects weren't complete. So I don't know.
I'm always cautious when they do a story for the 50th fucking time. Like, how many Frankenstein movies do we
Well,
have?
the
Same
thing
for
is,
Dracula.
we've been waiting for this film for 20 years because Guillermo del Toro has been wanting to do a proper adaptation of Frankenstein. And the only previous version that I liked that I felt was close to a proper adaptation was Frankenstein: A True Story. Yeah, I think the trailer looks really good. And they're bringing the horror back too. And Del Toro's not afraid of the fucking horror.
No.
You kidding?
Yeah, I'm totally kidding, Martin.
He uses horror aesthetic, but the movies have no horror at all.
What movie?
His movies, his horror movies, nah. They are pretty dark.
I think of horror films he's made. I don't think he's ever made one that I've seen.
Closest Pan's Labyrinth.
And that movie isn't scary to me, but it's wild. It's fucking wild. The horror in that is more like dread because I felt so much dread for that little girl and what she was dealing with.
That is the fucking captain that is a monster of a human being.
Oh, he is. He is the real monster in that film.
Yep.
I'm trying to decide if I should suggest to you, Gary, the new movie Good Boy. I really liked it.
I want to see
Dude,
that
you
one.
don't need to suggest it. I'm already on. I have a copy of it, and I'm totally preparing to watch it before Anima gets to watch it, because I have to pre-watch a horror film before I can let her watch it, because I got to make sure she can handle it, because she has trouble with demonic fucking possession and shit like that. I still need to see Devil's Backbone. I like that movie. You know what? There is a little bit of horror in that. I didn't think there was with The Orphanage. I thought it was a good ghost story, but I didn't think it was a very good film. But I liked The Devil's Backbone. That was a hell of a fucking movie. Yeah, well, that's a great fucking movie. And in order to see the whole film, you have to watch both films. You have to watch Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein to get the whole story. She saw the trailer and she was kind of, she's on the fence.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
It is going to be like Crimson Peak. Another film I like, but it's not horror to me. Crimson Peak's not a horror film. It's a ghost story. Advertised as a horror. It's not. It's gothic horror at best, which is a ghost story, which isn't scary. I don't know, Gambit. I don't feel like it is. It feels like he's done a proper job of trying to adapt the book. And of course, everybody should recognize that kid as the DEI hire for Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid can actually fucking act. It's just but
he should be hired because of that, and not because
he's acting, not because he's fat and Polynesian.
Yeah.
That's just fucking weird. Why would that be the hiring purpose for anything? A person's race or their build, unless the build was required for the character. But that character in the comic wasn't like that. So, yeah, I didn't like the series. It was it had way too much liberal politics in it for me, and making fun of white people that are Southern and might be conservative, as playing them as retards and bad guys. And I get sick of that fucking bullshit. Yeah, I have not so many good things to say about that character. I still enjoyed the shit out of that movie. And I'm trying to think. I think the thing that made me love that movie so much was the fact that Ryan Reynolds also voiced what the fuck is his name? I just forgot his name. Juggernaut. Thank you. I fucking love that version of Juggernaut. I hated the one that was in the earlier X-Men film. It was terrible.
I'm Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah, fucking Vinnie Jones. Like, fuck off, man. And I love Vinnie Jones. That was just a terrible character. In the Ryan Reynolds version, it looks like fucking comic accurate Juggernaut, and I fucking love that. And when he says, I'm going to tear you apart, and he does, he rips him apart, and it's like fucking shit. Oh, absolutely, Prime. So this guy cracks me up. I think he's really good. But the thing is, I want to point out that my problem with this film is it goes for the yucks instead of the drama. And again, this is because the studio was listening to the complaints about the last film. So they go, okay, well, let's go the other direction.
And what are they getting now? The story is so weak. The characters are so weak. You can't do right by them.
There you go. So no matter what they do to try to appease people, the best thing to do is listen to what they got, hand that over to the writers and director, and let them fucking figure a way around it. Or as Ken Watanabe would say, "Let them fight."
Yeah, right.
Maybe I'm conflating Benicio del Toro with director Guillermo del Toro. You fucking racist. Well, one is Spanish and the other one is Mexican. Or am I right on that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Martin, isn't Benicio del Toro Mexican, right?
I think not.
Well,
but
Guillermo
I'm
is
checking out.
Spanish, right?
No, he's Puerto
I
Rican.
think. Who is?
Benicio.
No shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you
So
have to
then
remember that old.
Guillermo is Spanish, right?
No, he's Mexican.
Now I knew he made movies in Mexico, but I thought he was from
No,
Spain.
he's Mexican.
Originally. No, okay. So one's Puerto Rican and the other one's Mexican. All right.
Yeah, but we all share the same surnames from Spain, so
Oh, now you want to claim that. By the way, this is an actor that Anima and I really love. His performance in the show Murderbot is fucking amazing. I love that show.
Skarsgard. Oh yeah, he's so good.
Fuck, man. And he's really good as Tarzan. That movie deserved to do better in the box office than it did. Okay. It's called. How do you pronounce that, Martin?
soy un pobre presidiario. I'm a poor
Oh.
imprisoned man.
Cool. Was Sander here? Hey, look, it's our buddy Sander.
Hi, Sander. We
We're
missed
not
you.
we're not halfway through the show yet, Sander. So don't you start pulling your shit until we're in the third act.
Last time he was on, he didn't even pull your shit. You forced
No,
it on
I
him.
had to do it
You didn't
for him.
ask.
I know. The fuck, dude? What's the matter with you? Didn't you get the memo? That's your job.
Jesus Christ.
But I do like that Gojira versus Kong.
Yeah.
And I love that Toho recognized Kong as a kaiju. I love that they did that.
Well, Kaiju, correct me, John. I think is not just monster, but giant monster.
Yeah.
Right. Although, if you watch the new Ultraman, they refer to one of the creatures from one of the islands in Ultraman. Also, in the original series, Ultra Q, one with the downturned mouth. They look like something from McDonald's. Little furry guy with floppy hands.
Yeah.
And there was a giant version kaiju, but even in the smaller version, it's considered a kaiju because it's the juvenile form of this creature.
Well, that's still the same species, so it would be a kaiju.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is because it is, they still refer to even the tiny one as a kaiju because it will eventually grow into a giant.
Kong is the
Reed gets it.
well, maybe not. Every Titan that we see in Skull Island, which includes Kong, of course.
Those skull crawlers. Fuck, man,
Yeah.
those things are scary. As shit.
Everything that is in that island. None of them eats radiation. None of them even seek radiation.
No, they're just giant.
That's what Reed is saying here. They got
And
out the
that's
kaiju
the
tape
big-
measure. He's big enough to be kaiju.
but all of the kaiju don't seek radiation either.
No,
Because
just
like
the
I'm
insect
including
like
everything from Toho to Toei. You know, some of their kaiju were just large animals, big creatures, giant monsters. The only thing I hate is when the 1960s American actors would do the voiceovers, the dubbing for Ultraman, constantly repeating the word monster.
But it's
Is
the
so
correct
fucking
word.
annoying. What?
It's the correct translation.
I know, but they say it at every fucking turn, and it gets one. It's a terrible word. It's a monster.
they
Oh, look,
establish
it's a
that they are
monster.
not. They establish in the series they're not monsters. They don't know how terrifying they are to us. They are out of place. They're not in their normal environment, and they don't know what to do.
And Ultraman does do that too, because that's one thing that you liked about the show was how
Yeah.
there's empathy for these creatures.
Especially in
show.
that episode with the graveyard.
Oh,
Yeah,
where we show the
you're-
Ultra Graveyard. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not getting what I'm saying.
that's a very sad kaiju.
I'm not talking about how we see them. I'm talking about the correct translation from the original language. That's
Kaiju
it.
is giant monster.
By the
Is
way,
that what that
speaking
means?
of kaiju tape measure,
I got to pause
one
it
of the
here.
things that bothers me in this movie is Godzilla and Kong height changes according what they need for the scene. Yeah,
Hide what?
their height, their height. H
Oh,
E
height.
Yeah.
Height. I get you. Yeah, well, their sizes change, and this is a problem throughout the history of kaiju films, including American kaiju. Because you
Yeah,
look
but
at
it
the movie
happens
Tarantula,
constantly in this movie.
it's the same
there's
thing in the
issues with
movie
perspective in this
Tarantula
movie.
that came out in the 50s, and it's one of the early films with Clint Eastwood in it. By the way, he was the jet pilot in Tarantula. The tarantula is sometimes taller than mountains and sometimes just bigger than a house. And it's like it depends on the fucking need. And it's like all of a sudden he's fucking like you could see him on the other side of a fucking mountain, and it's like, wait, it's not that fucking big.
Yeah, when I saw that they were going to do this movie Godzilla versus Kong, I said, but Godzilla is so much taller than Kong.
Well, that's the whole point, is that Kong got bigger over the last 44 years.
And then they made Godzilla smaller too.
I guess. I don't know.
No,
but
well, he's
going
still-
back into
he's-
this, because you get. I'm sorry, go ahead, John. Let me
He's
pause.
still
it again.
300 feet tall. They didn't
Okay.
change. I mean, that stat is, that's that they grew Kong to his height, not the other way around. They didn't shrink
Dude,
Godzilla.
when Godzilla's in the city, it looks more than 300 feet, even from the first movie.
Yeah, they've had that problem since the original Godzilla, though. It's when he's in the ocean, he looks a lot taller because you think he's the depth of the ocean.
Yeah, I always ask that question.
I thought.
When is he standing?
Yeah.
Hi, Vinkman's girl. All right,
Hi,
so I'm
Snorty.
going to start the video back up. So in this fight scene, I really like this fight scene. Fucking Kong, when they release him, stands up, and he looks like a fucking surfer on this fucking aircraft carrier. Like, so he just stands up like, what's up? He just plays some beach music, man. Little Beach Boys. But I still thought that was Mecha Godzilla in a fake Godzilla suit. And
Yes.
especially when they go underwater. But then I forgot, like, oh crap, I forgot he's got gills. So he can breathe underwater, so he's going to drown Kong. But because of that, I initially thought it was still Mecha Godzilla dragging him down.
Yeah, me too. Especially, and I told my daughter in the movie that has to be Mechagodzilla because it's too small. Godzilla is bigger.
Hey, you gotta
Bye.
go. Okay, Snorty. Bye,
Bye,
buddy.
Snorty.
See you later. I really do like this fight scene. And when they get flipped upside down, and he actually thinks to turn it back over because he's thinking of the humans. And I really like that. But what I didn't like was when you see them inside the bridge, they would have been beat the fuck up getting flipped back over at the speed that he flipped them. Because it wouldn't have been that gradual rolling slow. He just pulls it back over, and they would have been like upside down and then slammed against everything and then slid across the room, banging into everything in that fucking bridge room. Like, it would have fucked them up. There'd have been people cut up, big gashes in their heads. Are you guys having an argument? I don't understand.
No. Gambit was
Okay.
asking the full meaning of the title of the song.
Okay. Should have cut in a
Just
Star
say
Trek
that,
wobbly bridge shot. Yeah, that's a gag. Where they all lean to one side.
Some more, some less.
Ironically, a scene like that could go wrong with someone like Lauren because she has that form of dyslexia that when she says left, she means right. When she says right, she means left.
I've never heard of that.
It's what happens to people with TBIs and stroke victims.
Ah,
Where because when I took care of that elderly couple for years, Mildred, she was a stroke victim, and she goes, "You need to turn left," and I get in the left turn lane, and she goes, "No, right," and it's too late. It's like, nope,
that must
I'm already
be
committed.
challenging.
It was. But you never get upset about it. I never got upset. I'd make jokes about it.
It's pointless.
I never wanted her to feel bad over it. Oh my God. Sean Moore just posted a picture of Robert Stack with the trench coat on from Unsolved Mysteries. And it says, "Cleaning weapons until the finish is removed. Fire watch for a concrete building. And who the fuck came up with nut to butt? All this and more on Marine Corps Unsolved Mysteries." Yeah, I'm military, so I get it. That's fucking funny. Let's see, Pants Labyrinth over time.
I will hunt for it. I had never paid attention to the songs in the movie.
Yeah, I love that this guy keeps going, man, keeps going, but he's a real chicken shit. But he doesn't let his being a chicken shit stop him from doing what he knows he needs to do, which is technically the definition of courage. Not letting your fear stop you.
Yep. All the fucking purple in this movie.
Way too much. And I'm telling you, it's in there for a reason, and it bugged me.
Yeah, they went from the orange and teal to fucking purple, apparently. I hate both.
Now it's one thing when they end up in Hong Kong for that big fight scene, because Hong Kong's full of those weird colors. So I'm like, now there the colors work, but in these corporate offices, it's weird. I still kind of hope that with Kennedy gone, they take up her suggestion that they should do a Princess Leia series, like right after Return of the Jedi, and she could play Princess Leia after
Yep.
the war. And I'm like, I would watch that. Her and a young actor, like the young actor who played Harrison Ford when he was younger in that story where the girl lives forever. She never ages. Adeline. That kid looks and talks like Harrison Ford. It's really fucking weird. It's so good. And he was one of the actors who wanted to be cast as Harrison Ford in another thing, Solo, in the Solo movie. And they should have got him because, boy, he's better than that Eckhart kid. So this is an homage to the original Toho film where they bring Kong in on balloons and helicopters. Although it's fucking stupid the way they cut him loose. They pop all the fucking balloons at once and he goes crashing to the earth. I'm like, have you never heard of like shoot them one at a time so he descends more slowly? A better, more controlled descent?
Maybe they wanted to make him angry. I don't know.
No, they wanted him to fight Godzilla.
You don't want that thing angry, I know.
Yep, we knew about it, buddy. We talked about it the other day. There was also a spinoff from this one too, wasn't there? I never watched it, but I think
I
there
don't
was
know.
an animated. Wasn't there a cartoon based on this?
That's
Godzilla?
Skull Island. There's one on Skull
Oh
Island.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
Kong Skull Island.
Skull Island. And I halfway liked that one. Halfway disliked it too. It had the strong female thing going that was stupid. I like the way that even though he's a giant, he looks at her and he's looking at her eyes, and you know he is. Because what she's expressing, he sees. That's what makes her so likable in this role. She is this empathetic character. Yeah, he's terrified. Again, that's where courage comes from. Is he's terrified, and we've lost our entire fleet coming here. You know, what do you expect us to do? And we need to go into the cave. We got to get him to go into that cave. And she says what she needs to do. And I love that Kong just fucking acts and just goes, and they're like, oh shit, we need to go. Get the ships going.
He went full Vin Diesel mode.
Family. Oh my God. That's okay. Yeah, I make fun of films that do that whole family thing. Fuck off.
John?
Yeah.
Are you tired, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce.
Yeah, go get some sleep, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Anything else before you go you want to talk about from the classic Kaiju stuff?
After I would suggest that to go back and watch the some of the Showa. I can put out a list and pare it down to the better ones and post it on the Pop Culture Minefield community. Yeah. So, but that'll introduce a lot of the classic kaiju. And I do know that the villain to talk about the next movie, not the next, the one, the Supernova, it's supposed to be Space Godzilla is the villain.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm like, yes, bring it on.
I've also heard it's also supposed to be Megalon, so I'm good with either one. So,
yep.
All right. Well, you guys have a good one.
You too, buddy. See you later.
Bye, John.
Bye.
Get rest.
Bye.
And we're being rated.
Mephisto's guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Being rated by this guy.
Yep. If you put your phone over the left side of the screen, you will see that there is a thing there you can read. That is for Mephisto's movie reviews.
Okay.
Or the right side.
So you don't get
You're
covered.
switching it over, fucking with people, Martin. Good job.
I did it to fuck with them so they could see your ugly mug.
Because they were like going to scan over here, and then you moved it, and so they got to chase it over to the other side of the screen. Until gravity inverts itself. And I'm like, yeah. That's some fucking crazy shit.
Don't make me started with the mumbo jumbo in this movie. This movie is a guilty pleasure for me. It has many things that I like and many things that I loathe. The terrible, horrible, bad science is one of the things that I love.
It's okay for movies like that.
Marvel style science.
No, it's even worse.
You have giant super creatures with powers. It's okay for it to be not good science.
No, because the problem is that I'm not gonna get into this. But with the tech that the Heaves have, only with the tech of the Heaves, the whole ordeal that we cannot power Mechagodzilla, it's absurd. In fact, with the gravity tech, they don't need a Mechagodzilla. You can squash a creature just with gravity.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you're able to control gravity in any way, yeah, it's a hell of a weapon.
But man, I love Kong. Man, I love Godzilla. And seeing them assuage me. I'm maybe bitching about something stupid in the movie, but then I see them. Okay, I like to see them, and I like how they made Godzilla's eyes or gaze meaner. I don't know if you noticed that.
I know they made his eyes glow, which threw me, and that's why I thought it was Mechagodzilla.
Well, his eyes glows since the previous movie, from time to time. When
I didn't
it's
notice
not all
it
the
in
time.
the previous film. I only saw it in this film. Oh my god, what he does with this fucking thing!
No wait.
Fucking using one like a baseball bat and kills the other. Fuck yeah!
His eyes did glow after he got nuked and revived. He had glowy eyes.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Godzilla is more humane when he's killing you. Kong, oh my god, that guy, he's a sadist.
Yeah, Kong, like when he killed that Kraken thing, squid, whatever the fuck it was, it just ends up eating part of it after he kills it. I was just like, God damn, dude. I'm not only going to kill you, but I might eat you. I might eat part of you.
Well, it's
your
necessary.
food.
You cannot feed a creature that size just with plants.
Yeah, well, he doesn't eat that much of it though, so he probably decided, you know what, buddy, uncooked, you're too chewy. That's too much work.
Now, I like how
Oh God.
in Monarch they try basically to say, well, all that crazy shit that you saw is not that way precisely. They try to make the science more serious.
I'm going to pause this just for a second to share something. This popped into my feed and I had to share it. Okay. Are you ready for your reaction? I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Alan Richardson as Race Bannon.
I think it's too big to be race. Has the height, but the build is he's overbuilt to be.
I don't know, man. I'd fucking go for it. I think he'd be good as Race Bannon. I would believe him winning in a fight.
Oh well, of course.
So yeah, I like it. I like that. And I don't like him. I think Al Richardson fucking got problems, man. So this is where he figures it out that he can flip and go to the other upside down world.
That's another thing. Apparently, this Hollow Earth in is not in. It's not a Hollow Earth. In Monarch, they see that those point of entry are like portal to another place
Yeah,
that
they
is
act
not
like
the inside of
portals.
the Earth.
It might be elsewhere. It might not be inside the earth. So they created something really bizarre with those portals. And I wasn't sure that was such a smart idea having the portals.
Oh, I prefer having the portal to say that the Earth, that where the molten iron core of the Earth. No, that shit is not there.
It
That is
makes more
another
sense to
ball.
have it be somewhere else. Yeah, I
There's
agree.
another ball floating, and nobody knows why, but there is light. There is sunlight inside of the Earth. Fuck that shit. So I prefer the another dimension explanation. Oh man, that place when the arena where they test Mecha Godzilla, that must freak like you don't have an idea.
Oh my god, guys. Look at that.
Hey, Kaiju.
No, I think he means it like Kaiju.
All right, here you go.
Okay. Well, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Here you go,
I'm not gonna
Mephisto. Put your phone camera on that. Mephisto is here. And if you
My
use your
phone does
phone
not read QR.
and click on that QR code with your camera lens, it'll take you to Mephisto's YouTube channel.
Meph,
I think you need an
can
app
you
for
join
that.
us?
He's too
He doesn't
tired.
like the Godzilla movies. No, he doesn't
That's
like the
why
He
I
movies
says-
asked
too.
if he can.
He said that all of Israel is exhausted from having Greta Thunberg
Greta?
there, just draining
Oh,
energy because
yeah.
she's an energy vampire, sucking the life out of Israel. He's a horrible guest.
Didn't like the design of Mecha Godzilla.
It was cool looking, but I would have preferred to see something that was more of a nod to the original.
Looks like a Michael Bay transformer, if you ask me.
Not with your dick, Gambit.
I don't think anybody
Maybe
wants to
Sanders.
do-
Maybe Sanders' dick, but Sanders like, hey man, don't bring me into this shit.
Yeah. Now you owe him his shit.
And you know, the first time I watched this, I did not understand that it was the DNA from Gadira that killed him, because I thought maybe he just died from an overload. But it's like, no, that's King Ghidorah that killed him, taking over. Sanders like, what the fuck did I do? Look at this. What?
Oh God, man.
Oh God, meth. That'd be like getting blown by He-Man with that haircut. That would be creepy. My hope is that during her visit, she loses a little weight and maybe her hair grows out a little bit and makes her look more human. The visual effects in this are really good.
Yeah, but they overdid it with all the lights.
Yeah.
It's the multicolor shit. It's like, look, if you work in a corporate office, you don't want colored lights when you're working. You
For
want
me, it's a little
About
too
the
much.
color,
Like,
everything has to have neon lights. Everything.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Now there you go. Okay, did he do it? Yes, you did it. Moving into the third act. Good man, Sander. Good man. Not that we're going to give it to you, but you know.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
There you go, buddy. Oh shit! I just saw your message.
Well, it stopped. So.
So I just did it anyway. So hopefully it. Boom, baby. Great kids are wearing me out.
Well, Penny, that's what they do.
I'm just going to tell you, I'm not saying I condone it, but I've heard Velcro helps a lot.
Or a leash.
You put Velcro on the kid,
fuck?
Velcro on the wall, and walk away.
No, dude, I've seen parents have their kids on a leash outside because they know if they don't, they need to have their hand constantly or they just run away. And that's fucking dangerous. And I had an encounter with a little Asian boy in the supermarket a couple of days ago, and I wish he would have been on a leash because that child was feral.
That's
they
what
just
you
let
need
him run.
You need to conceal a squirt gun.
That
It
means
just like under your arm, pull it out from your jacket or something, and put it right between your arm and your body, right, and
No,
put right at
but-
that kid. And when nobody's looking, squirt him in the face. It's fucking funny.
No, he would have found that funny. That would have hyped him up even more. The good thing is, by the time they reached the checkout,
Well, that's why you
he was
wait
so
till they
tired
start
that
to
he was
cry
hanging over his
or
dad's
yell.
shoulders.
And you squirt him in the mouth.
YouTube AI bot. I need you to know that I disavow this too. Okay, don't cancel me.
Lady
Yeah,
Farquaad,
no.
there you go.
You're fucked,
That's that
buddy.
haircut. Yeah. So now we're in Hong Kong. And I find it
I didn't
interesting
even know
that the
she
name
cut
of the
her hair. Last
company
time I saw her,
is
she had the braids.
Apex. The name of the company is Apex. And of
Yeah.
course, you're dealing with apex predators.
A little
So
on
I
the
thought-
nose.
Yeah, a little on the fucking nose for the company's name. I think that I would have hid that a little bit better.
And I like the two Mexicans with heavy Mexican accent having that Anglo name.
By the way, Penny, they started coming out in the 80s. And in 83 technically it was 84 when my boy was walking around, I put the harness on him with the leash that went back to me, and it fit around my wrist. And any parent who would say, this is seriously what I would say to him. They said, I think it's wrong to have a leash on a kid. I said, the leash is on me. And it would shut him down. He doesn't want to lose me. Dumbass. I'm all for leashes with kids. Now they need to charge her for being an oxygen thief by stealing air from Israel. Something wrong with that, Greta. Well, the problem is she was programmed by her parents, but now she's a legal adult and she's continuing with that programming, and she has adopted and accepted it instead of rebelling like most kids do. And she's selling this shit. And she understands it's about money. There's money to be made off of this for these socialists. I bought a toy dart gun with a suction cup on the end.
No, Betty, no.
No. Yeah, don't do that one.
You need it.
But I will tell you, Nerf darts.
Yes.
Nerf darts are fun with like dogs and cats. We used to play.
Well,
like,
a suction cup wouldn't do anything with an animal that has fur. So.
I had a dog that fucking loved to play Nerf tag, and I had a cat that got a kick out of it too. And what was funny is I would shoot the dart in her direction, not at her, but in her direction, and she would just jump up and like bat the shit out of the dart in midair. That was a fun fucking game. I love playing Nerf darts with my animals. But if I have a squirt gun,
you can try with Amelia. She might like that.
That is to shoot the animal with it when they're being annoying or doing something they're not supposed to be doing. I love fucking Skarsgard, man. He is such a good actor. I think all the boys are talented, and the dad is just an amazing actor too. How come, whether that's true or not, I believe it's true. The CGI beam's incredibly lame. You know what else is lame? The word lame. I mean, it literally is lame. Literally. Lame.
I will
making jokes nobody's getting. Love it. Look, I love making jokes and nobody gets it.
No, I get it. I just don't like it.
That's tough shit.
I'm going to laugh when something is funny.
Say like Don. Half cookies. No, man, I miss Don so much.
Sons of bitches.
I miss him too.
I see him every week.
I just occasionally get to listen into your phone calls. He was happy to see me in chat last week, because usually he doesn't care. But he was like, "Oh, here's my strudel." That was funny, because that's what he calls me.
And a lot of people know they're actually actors playing these monsters, the kaiju in mocap.
And they're having fun.
Like in the last film, King Ghidorah was played by 3 actors.
They tied them together. That footage was funny.
They really behaved like the 3 Stooges, and I thought that was great.
It looks weird as fuck when you see them actually doing it, but the end result is just so good.
Well, the cool part is when they show you the on-screen performance, and they show you the performance superimposed over it, so you can actually see both. And it's like, oh, that's fucking cool. They really did capture their behavior and action, facial expressions, everything. Oh, fucking! I was so happy when he killed her.
And she died because stupid. You don't fire to Kong, you just go around him. That's
He
it.
shot at him. So there, I saw this just now and it made me laugh and I wanted to share it. How men drink a bottle of beer for some reason. And then the guy writes below, got to keep your eyes on the road.
And how else are you gonna do it?
Yeah, there you go, Gambit. You got it, buddy.
Oh god, that's funny. The Golem of Doom.
The Golem of Doom.
I like that.
We need to watch that movie, Anima, that German
The Golem?
horror film from the silent era about the Golem.
Yeah, I got that one.
Gambit
have
is
it?
Alexander
Yep.
Skarsgard, like we say it multiple times. But yeah, that's him. Pay attention in class, mister.
Yeah, mister.
Don't call him Gustav. Gustav is called Alexander.
I liked the Tarzan reboot. I felt it got a shitty deal. We need to watch that film. I would like to do that film. His Tarzan.
Okay.
Because they got, what's her name? God, she's gorgeous. Australian. The fuck is her name? As Jane. Oh, blonde. She played Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. She is so gorgeous as Jane.
I didn't know she was in a Tarzan movie.
Now there, fucking look at that, dude. I'm ready to fight. That's a great pose right there. Yeah, did you guys see that, Sander? Popcorn? The Tarzan film with Skarsgard and Robbie in it? I fucking love that movie.
How
And
is
it's
it
once
called?
again got Sam Jackson in it too.
What's the name of the movie? Oh, The Legend of
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
The Legend of Tarzan. Yeah,
2016.
it's a good film. I think it's far better than what it gets credit for being. And I get it because like the guys I like to watch, the effects guys, did a breakdown of some of the effects in it, and they made kind of fun of some of the shit that was done because they were out of funding and they just did the scene the best they could. And there's some fucking goofy shit in that movie for the effects, but overall, I really did like the film. Hey, Action Pop Chat. No, it's Action Pap Cost.
Popcast.
I know, I did it on purpose. I saw it once it hit video and again the past year. I own it. I actually have a copy of it. I like the film. And it's one of the
Well, I like that
handful
one.
of, because I say handful, there's quite a few movies I bought digitally and I wish I hadn't. Because physical media is the only way to go, man. I'm not doing
Yep.
that shit anymore. Greystoke is the single best Tarzan film ever made.
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
Period.
great.
And I would put this a close, like if there was something in between it, I would put it fourth. But there are no other Tarzan films, so that were as good. So I put Greystoke and then Legend of Tarzan, only because there's nothing else to put between them. Now that shot right there, what was cool about that to me was how that looked like a guy in a suit. And you don't get that much in these films, that you feel like you're watching a guy in a suit, but the lighting on that one made it look like it was a guy in a suit bringing his head up and pointing it upward and then bringing it down. Because Godzilla's coming, man. He knows something's going on and he wants part of it. Close enough. My wife calls me worse. Yeah, been there, buddy.
Well, I'm calling you things that are not really nice, but it's our love language.
But I will tell you that despite that, I still liked it. I was just sad to find out later that Glenn Close was brought in to dub for her because her Southern accent was still too prevalent as Jane. Oh, I hate that fucking movie with a passion. Like the poster, though. Great artwork. I like the cartoon film. Despite having Rosie O'Donnell in it.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
With the first time I saw it, I think I was tired when I first saw it, but I enjoyed it much better the second go around. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's a good film. I'm not saying it's great. It's not great. It's a good film. And Skarsgard is so good as Tarzan. I don't think I know that one, Gavin.
Me neither. Thank you for the tip. Land of Greystock. Greystock, 1984. No. I don't find. I can't find it.
No, he meant Legend. It's another voice to text thing. I'm assuming. He's talking about the movie. He's talking about the movie we talked about.
Greystock.
The Legend of Greystock.
He's mixing up stuff sometimes.
Tarzan versus King Kong.
That is gonna be.
Boy, there was a terrible one that came out in the 2000s that had Casper Van Dien as Tarzan. It was just awful. I paid to go see that in the theater, and I'm like, man, I wish you could get your money back for bad movies. Like, if you get bad food at a restaurant, they take it off your bill. They won't make you pay for it. But
that depends. If you complain that it was bad after having eaten most of it, you can fuck off in most places.
Oh, yeah, you better not fucking eat the whole thing.
Because I've had customers like that, and I'm sorry. No, you ate it. You pay for it.
Look, I don't know how much Keith was in that movie, but I hear it was Miles or Keith. Probably cast Jason Momoa of They Did a Modern Tarzan.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't work because you wouldn't believe him as an English lord.
Yeah, and he has tattoos all over. He cannot.
Well, they can hide those.
Yeah,
they can hide those.
They remove that digitally.
They can do it with makeup and then clean it up digitally later.
But yeah, no way he can play an Englishman.
You enjoyed that? Oh my god. I hated that fucking movie.
Kitty Ambush. No.
Now, I don't agree with Martin. I actually kind of like this Mecha Godzilla. I like the way it looks like an actual fucking machine, not a giant armored robot, which would make no sense physically. But I thought that
You know what
it
would be
have
really
been
cool?
better.
A Lego
if
version
it-
of that.
Yeah, well, there is a Lego version of it.
No,
But,
They are planning it.
yes, there's a
Well, I
Lego
thought they did it.
version.
They
No,
'cause I saw pictures of it on one of the Godzilla channels.
yes,
on
but
YouTube.
because
yeah,
that
but I
is the
thought that was in
project.
planning.
That is the
Yeah.
project. The commercial product is going to be available, I think, 2016, 2026 or 2027. But it's
It's
been
pretty late,
approved.
Sander. He's probably already fallen asleep.
Transformers versus Mechagodzilla. That could be interesting.
Well, he does kind of look like a Transformer the way
Yeah.
he's designed. I wonder what he would transform into. I'm almost asleep. Shut up.
He's talking in his sleep. That's nice. Better don't spill any secrets.
Now I have
man.
that song in my head.
Yep. That 80s song, it popped into my
Yeah.
head when she said it too.
I keep
From the
doing that, and I
Romantics.
don't even know the songs. I keep doing that to
It's
Gary.
called
No, I'll get it for her.
when you're talking in your sleep.
Okay. Well,
My
it
band
keeps
used to do
happening.
a cover of it.
We're having
It's
a
very new
conversation,
wave.
and all of a sudden Gary says, like,
Okay.
I gotta play a song now.
It's a very new wave song. By the Romantics.
Yep.
And this has the lyrics for it too.
Oh man, this movie completely.
Of any song. The
This
drum bass.
go. The storyline of this Mechagodzilla is the same story of Galvatron and Megatron from the movie, not the not the animation, from the Michael Bay movie, in which the humans take the remains of Megatron to construct Galvatron, but the memories remains, and he took control of his personality and body again. Oh man, it's the same shit.
See, you're with me, CJ. I agree with you. I liked it. By the way, the lighting inside that ship just makes me think of the Neutron film now.
Yes,
So much fucking red and circles and lines.
it's
Look
like
at this scene.
transform.
This looks like something right out of a classic Godzilla film. That shot. Now, I will tell you this. In the middle of that fucking fight, Deaf Girl comes up, just waving her hands. That's this fucking small.
Mm.
Kong ain't gonna fucking turn and notice it. But for some reason, because it's in the script, it happened.
Read this.
He feels her presence. They have a bond.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
You know. Oh my god. No.
Oh, no,
Sander,
fuck no.
fuck off with that joke.
Yeah. That's not even funny.
Because what
Threatening us
scares
with
me
more
is
of
that
the
could
mustache
happen.
face.
Man, he gets fucked up in this, and he's dislocated his shoulder, and he pulls Martin Riggs and slams his shoulder into the building.
Yeah.
Well,
to pop
previous
it back
that
in.
he pulled a Jack Bauer. Remember when Jack Bauer had a heart attack? They revived him, and he jumped from the table, hitting everybody. And I was, yeah, like you're gonna do that.
I don't remember that.
Oh yes, I do. It. Oh my God, no.
I like that pulling close up into his eye and seeing Mecha coming at him. Ah, man. I love the visuals of this film. I just hate all the purple and lavender. It's fucking weird, these colors. I like the greenish blue hues, and I like the hard red colors. But the fucking LGBTQ fucking colors is weird.
Me neither, CJ.
Just makes it look like they're going to have a rave.
Yeah, disco lighting. Stupid.
The glow sticks. I mean, this is a fight to the death with this thing because it's trying to, with every strike, trying to kill them, stab them, and shit. Yeah, his eyes. That's the one cool thing is those red eyes. And is it Kong that yanks his skull and spine out?
Yeah.
And holds it up? Yeah, fucking love that. I mean, if you go look at some of the super gay fucking TV shows and movies, you'll see a common theme in their colors. And like the Ghost Boys or whatever that show was, uh, based on some sort of comic or some shit, and big fucking violet purple colors on that fucking cover. And the show is a huge LGBTQ program. I prefer the green, the blues, and the reds. And you know what? She's not gorgeous, like hot gorgeous. She's really pretty.
Ooh.
And
Millie.
Millie Brown, she's just so cute. She's not like hot. She tries to look hot. She does her makeup to look hot, and she's not. She's just very pretty. And I think she's just a really pretty girl, and I like her acting. She's just a really good actor. And it's so wild to know she's married with a kid. That's trippy. And they haven't finished the final season of Stranger Things yet. Oh, we just assume you farted and destroyed your studio.
I guess he joined the club too, Martin. Having to screw around with StreamYard at the computer.
Wish my problem were just StreamYard alone. My computer, it's been doing. I think the NVIDIA broadcast has something to do with it because it takes down my video, my audio. The whole computer get frozen. I have to turn it off, basically. But when I'm not using the NVIDIA broadcast, the problem doesn't happen. Oh,
NVIDIA can be very problematic, dude. It really causes some problems.
And my GPU, when all that shit happens at Unison, my GPU, they start spinning like crazy.
Yeah, like when I turn on NVIDIA and start using it, I can hear them going. I can hear that. Every once in a while, if I touch when it does it, you can feel the vibration of the laptop.
No. I mean, the GPU is working normally, and then when everything shuts down, the GPU start blasting.
The final season is still going to take place in the 80s. Makes sense of that one. But I want to go back to this Doctor Who, Dr. Woke. Yeah, I would like to do a show dedicated to Peter Capaldi and how he tried to bring class, but the writing failed him and the showrunners failed him. And I absolutely blame that cocksucker that was also co-creator of Sherlock.
Man, and that guy, he loves Doctor Who.
Yes,
since
he did.
He was a teenager.
And he got screwed in playing that part. So I'd like to do a show in defense of Peter Capaldi and why he was the last good doctor we've had. And he wasn't treated right. Shit, his first episode was garbage. There's another one for you with they have a dinosaur in London, and the height of the dinosaur changes from scene to scene. It was so fucking frustrating to watch that episode. This is a show about science. And they also did another one where he goes to the moon and these miners or whatever the fuck they are have to pay to get oxygen. And I'm like, why? All you need is a CO2 scrubber. What the fuck are you talking about? You can make a CO2 scrubber and never pay for oxygen again. That's so stupid in a science fiction, a modern science fiction show talking about running out of air in a spaceship or in the moon.
After what they did on Apollo 13, making up a CO2 scrubber
in the
out
fucking
of what
60s.
they had. Yeah.
Yeah. They put together a fucking scrubber, and you can fucking do it. Anybody can do it if they have the right equipment. And due to the fact that that was supposed to be in the future, just fucking lazy writing, lazy fucking science fiction writing. I hate that shit. All right, we're at the end. See here, I like this ending. Where they're back at the island. Oh no, they're in the inner Earth thing there, or wherever the fuck that is, with Kong, and Kong loves this little girl, man. I like that, man.
The thing where she puts out her index finger and he touches it with his, that is so cute. I mean, how he isn't squishing her into the ground doing that, I don't know, but it's cute.
Because he stops. She's the one that had to reach him.
I know. That's a giant fucking finger.
Yeah, she can't reach any higher. You know? So I was going to show you, Anima, because I talked about it yesterday. This is what it sounds like when gorillas do that shit. And it's pretty fucking wild, because the first time I saw a gorilla do it in captivity, it fucking blew my mind what they sound like. That's what it sounds like. They fill their tissue there with air, and it makes that popping sound. It's fucking cool. Oh, poor Sander, all alone over there, all sad, alone. We're in the wrong studio. Of course.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely and sadly alone.
All right. So that's it. I do like the battle on the ships. I like that whole fight out at sea. It was one of my favorite moments in the film. And to see what looked like a surfing fucking Kong was cool. I also like that of all the characters that are terrified of him, it's the most terrified one that unlocks him.
Have you noticed that Godzilla only killed the Mutos on the first one? Because in the second one, there is a Muto, it doesn't kill it.
No, it bows to him.
Yeah, and King Ghidorah. Rest of the time, he just goes for submission, not the killing.
Yeah. Whereas Kong wants to rip your head off and pull your spine out through your body.
I need you.
Yeah, and maybe eat a part of you if you're delicious. He'll taste and see. I mean, that's the thing. He'll test it and go, oh yeah, I can eat him. RTD is don't with Doctor Who having his main actor turn into Rose was, yeah, big fuck you to fans. Absolutely. Oh, that guy was a good one. There's a clip of him as a kid criticizing Pip and Jane Baker. I bet they're laughing from beyond the grave. There we go. Yeah, we did Congo already, buddy.
Did you know Bruce Campbell was in Congo? I remember that joke.
Bankman?
Yeah.
Invariably they are. Yeah. So, by the way, just so you know, as a kid, I thought the song by Genesis, Me and Sarah Jane, was about Sarah Jane from Doctor Who. I didn't realize it was a song about ghosts. Two kids that died on a beach. I love the song. I love the song still. Still one of my favorite classic Genesis tunes. Do you know the song, Martin?
No.
I'll find it for you. Genesis, Me and Sarah Jane. There we go. All right, we can talk about it after the show. But we're going to get out of here, guys. Fun show today. That was a lot of fun. Look at this. We're actually going to get out a little early today. That means I can get up and go to the bathroom and not have to interrupt the show. Yeah. There we go. Mecha Godzilla. So you had the brain of King Ghidorah. I wonder if they will do Mecha King Ghidorah. That's
God, I hope not.
One of the rumors that I heard was that he still lives and that he may come back as a mecha. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'd be fine with that.
That thing would be invincible.
So said she's gone. It was a fun show today. I was glad we got John for part of the show, and I'm glad we had Michael and everybody pop in. Well, except for Mephisto, because he was not able to pop on because he was too tired, and I knew
he was sleeping in the chat, so that's something.
So yeah, and Elizabeth Sladen, of course, is the actor who played Sarah Jane. And I love that she got her own show, but it broke my heart that her breast cancer killed her. It came back and killed her. Yeah. And so she never got her another season. And it was a hit. That show was a hit. And that was for kids, really. That show was really directed at kids. And it had that fun of the classic Doctor Who feel to it. And I love that. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, but they have Shimu on their team. I'm missing some of these comments. All right, let me get to the thank yous. I want to thank Penny, Gambit, Snorty, Bobby Blankenship. I hope you subscribed, man. I hope you had a good time today. Real Popcorn Geek, the Comic Relief Crusader, who was on the show for a second and then not. Penny, of course, again. CJ Prime, Slasher Fred, Read by Nature, Sander Hammerschlag, the Peter Venkman fan site, also known as Venkman's Girl, Lord Thoth, all hail Lord Thoth, and Action Pop Cast. Good to see all you guys. Hope everybody had as much fun as we did, because we always love doing these things. We will see you on Monday. We're going to do Kong Skull Island on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we will do Godzilla X Kong. And that's going to be fun. That'll be the last one.
I'm looking forward to that.
And then we're going to focus on some other monster films for the rest of October. So we will see you then. Until then, everybody have a great weekend. It was good hanging out with you guys. Thanks, guys.
See you on Monday.
That's all, folks.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.